Hey everybody, I'm driving on Mopac South, heading home after a long day at work, and I decided, got about an hour to kill, might as well make a YouTube video discussing Taco Bell's new breakfast menu, right? So I've been looking forward to this day a couple of weeks. Wasn't quite sure what I wanted, how good it was going to be. Was it going to be like tacos for breakfast, or was it going to be breakfast, you know, like Jack in the Box and McDonald's and all that? Pleasantly surprised, I will say that. I decided to get 3 different items with different meat on each one, so that I could kind of see how each of them played into their respective item. Gotta say, a lot of things actually go into my decision mode. Get my hand out of the way here. It's tough to eat and drive. Right now, you know, I got a nice little pace going, under 20 miles an hour, but it's stop and go, you know, so I can look down occasionally, I can look at the camera, I can do that, I can make sure shit's not falling on me as I come to a complete stop. But on the way to work in the morning, when I would be eating breakfast, we have a nice little pace sometimes, you know, 50 to 60, so not a lot of opportunities to make sure that all the food is getting into my mouth without making eye contact. So the first and most important item to me was the waffle taco, and I decided because of that it needed to have bacon on it. Now, first thing to let you all know, the bacon is not in strips, it's chopped up, kind of like bacon bits, but better, you know. The cheese is grated cheese, it's like their mild cheddar or whatever, it's nothing fantastic. The waffle is Eggo-esque, you know, it looks like it's something that probably came out of a toaster. It's certainly not a Belgian waffle, it's not a buttermilk waffle full of fluffy goodness. You know, this thing's meant for dipping and holding in its fillings, which again, I got bacon, egg, cheese. It's fine. Bland kind of taste to it all in all. Unfortunately, that not being able to watch the food as it goes into my mouth thing came into play, and the bacon ended up mostly on my new scrubs that I got, and that kind of disappointed me a little bit. The other thing is that you really want to have the syrup with this one. It's complimentary to waffles, and it just makes the whole experience better. The problem with it is you don't generally want to dip things in syrup. It's a little tar pit. Things go in, not everything comes out, and that can be an issue sometimes. Again, especially if the bacon is kind of scarce and it's already falling out, and now it's trapped in your syrup. And that's a shallow little syrup cup that they came up with. I mean, I get it, but the other thing that happens when you dip things in syrup is as you pull them out, if it does come out, it comes out with syrup, which is sticky and tends to leave a trail of stickiness wherever you drag the item. If you're really good, you can dip it and pull it out and nothing. But there's always that phantom drop that just lands somewhere that you're not entirely sure where it hit, and you find out like 2 hours later when you've got bugs and hair and stuff stuck to it, and it's awful. We don't like that. But that's not about the food. The food itself was actually okay. The next item was the flatbread sausage melt, which was basically flat bread with melted cheese and a sausage patty. Simple enough. If you want an edible napkin, flatbread is pretty good, and the Taco Bell flatbread is actually pretty awesome. I like it. Sausage patty, nothing special. Comparable to Jimmy Dean, I guess. Pretty sure it's a pork sausage patty, but anyway, again, not a whole lot going on there, you know, nothing special. And I can't even honestly say that I should have got it. I mean, but I was trying everything, so I did. And I gotta say, after that waffle taco, you'd think I'd be full, but I wasn't. Now it was time for the main attraction, which was the steak AM crunch wrap. And oh my gosh, that was good. Crunchy because of that hash brown, ooey and gooey and yummy because of the cheese sauce that they included, which had a little bit of a kick. And steak was yum. Yum, yum, yum. Eggs, they're eggs. They were cooked well, and they went into breakfast blend. The best thing about all of that, though, is that the Crunchwrap really is one of the best ways to eat breakfast food while driving. A burrito, some would say, oh, what about the burrito? No. The Crunchwrap does a much better job than the burrito does at holding all of that ooey gooey yumminess in there. And also, as you bite it, if you do it properly, you give yourself a nice little line of exposed yum, like they do in their advertisements, which is perfect for applying a nice even amount of salsa across that. And yum in every bite. Couldn't be more pleased with that. That was a fantastic thing. And some might even think, well, what if each bite pushes the gooey cheese to one of those lower corners, you know, and you've got a breach in that corner, you're going to have a ooey gooey mess all over your pants. Well, okay, obviously, that is potential. But if you unwrap your Crunchwrap and use that wrapper at the bottom to catch any of that, well, then you're less likely to get it on your pants. The waffle taco, however, came in this little carton, and so to get it out of that, because the cheese, it kind of got stuck to the carton on mine, you know, it took me 2 hands to do that. And then once you open up the syrup thing, you're probably going to either hold that with your other hand or put it in the carton. So you're dipping straight into the carton, and anything you drop falls into the carton. But like I said, there's nothing holding that syrup down, and it doesn't want to let go of the food necessarily. So it's tricky, you know. The flap kind of closes on you as you're pulling it up and stuff. That's sitting in your lap or in your other hand. You got 2 big things in your hand while you're driving. It can be tricky sometimes. So, all in all, good experience. I enjoyed it. It was yummy. And with an orange juice, it was all under $10, which I don't normally order all of that. It's a lie. I order that kind of stuff all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever. I can't stop myself. So to be able to get 3 things and a drink for under $10, I think that was a good call, Taco Bell. It's about time. Will it become a regular thing? Probably not. Special treat? It's not so amazing that it's a special treat, but it's definitely when I want something for breakfast and I'm in a hurry and I need to be able to eat that on the road. Steak AM Crunchwrap is definitely one of the top things I'm going to be thinking about. But Burger King, your bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, which will always be the top of my list.